Okay, let's get this started. Since we know that Deontay Wilder is official, he will be fighting Luis Ortiz on November 4th. Let's talk about this fight. Let's dive into what it is we see each fighter's strengths and each fighter's weakness. I think it's pretty apparent that Deontay Wilder has been on his for most of, if not all, his career, or for the next 5-6 years, he's going to be on learning on the job status. Again, that is not an excuse. In fact, I think that Deontay Wilder has made leaps and strides since he first started, and that does not diminish my confidence at all, because I believe that Luis Ortiz's head will be on a platter in this fight. But looking at Deontay Wilder and what he can do and what he will do, I think that Deontay Wilder's best performance he's had to date was against Severn. You saw a steady, consistent jab. You saw him hook off the jab. You saw him use angles. He wasn't wild. He was measured. When he had Severn hurt, he went through combinations to the body, into the head. He had a complete performance, in my opinion. So it's shown that how versatile Deontay Wilder has become, and it actually potentially opens the doors to what he can become in the coming years. And I say this without a shadow of a doubt. If Deontay Wilder develops a steady body game, if he goes to the body steady, the dude is going to be unbeatable. With his range and his power, and he's a body puncher, trust and believe, Deontay Wilder will be probably the most dominant heavyweight in a long time. So let's look at Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz, excellent, decent hand speed, has a great jab. He, to me though, seems like he's a one-trick pony. Whereas you're seeing a growth of Deontay Wilder in what he's able to do, versatility-wise in the ring. With Luis Ortiz, we're not so much seeing that. Okay, his last two fights were, I don't want to say they were bad, but I will say that he didn't look as great. But again, Cuban fighters, look at a lot of the Cuban fighters, they fight to the level of their competition. The brother Fight Critic, he mentioned that when we did our boxing hangout last night, and I happen to agree with him. Absolutely. But the thing about Luis Ortiz is, we don't know actually how old Luis Ortiz is. And the thing about boxing is, it's such a brutal and taxing sport that saying that you can get old overnight, it actually rings true. And the reason why is because sometimes, like Paulie Malignaggi, your mind knows what to do, and it tries to tell your body to do it, but your body just can't respond. I'm not saying that's where Luis Ortiz is. He's nowhere near that yet. I'm just saying that we have to expect, or at least plan for the possibility that Luis Ortiz, the last two performances, could be a product of him getting older. All right? The thing is about Luis Ortiz is that Luis Ortiz, he's one of those fighters who likes to punch when everything is perfect. And the thing about Deontay Wilder is, Wilder will wing shots. He don't care if it's perfect. He don't care if he's in the right distance. The man is going in there to hurt you and knock you out. And that could potentially be Luis Ortiz's problem in this fight. It's going to take him a while to get used to A, Deontay Wilder's range, B, his length, and C, it's going to take him. I truly wholeheartedly believe that Deontay Wilder is going to fight off the jab. He's going to hook off the jab when it comes to Luis Ortiz. And Luis Ortiz cannot follow him around the ring. He can't follow Deontay Wilder. He has to cut the ring off. Hold on one second. I got a text message, brothers. Just the brothers in the LDBC group texting. All right, so yeah, look at what I was saying. Luis Ortiz cannot follow Deontay Wilder, because if he follows Deontay Wilder, he's gonna run into that right hand. And I honestly I never see Luis Ortiz go to the body steadily. See, the thing is you're going to fight a tall, rangy fighter like Deontay Wilder, you need to go to the body consistently because you're going to need to bring those hands down. And I don't see enough from, or haven't seen enough, and maybe my subs can tell me in the comment section, have they seen enough in Luis Ortiz to know that he's a good body puncher enough, a steady body puncher to get Deontay Wilder to drop those hands? Here's the thing, though. With all that said, right, it's favoring Deontay Wilder. Wilder needs to be careful that Luis Ortiz doesn't lure him into a combination punch or a counter punch. And that means that when Wilder has Luis Ortiz hurt, he cannot go savage. Hit him, hurt him, but be measured with it. Do not go savage, because the thing is, Cuban fighters are very good at counter shots. They're very good at being economical with their punches. All right, so he could hurt Luis Ortiz, absolutely, right? But if that shot's not a shot like he did with Spilka, not a shot like he can't do. See, you can't get him hurt like he hurt Chris Arreola. See, I feel like Chris Arreola, when Deontay Wilder fought Chris Arreola, that was a perfect opponent to hurt and then continue to throw punches without having to worry about any counter shots. Can't do that against Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz is the type of fighter, because of how excellent he is trained at. If he gets hurt, he will know how to defend and counter. So I don't want Deontay Wilder to go wild over the top, swinging from God knows when. I want him to be measured and be just what he was against Bermane Stiverne. When he had Stiverne hurt, and this is what shows me the growth of Deontay Wilder, which I think a lot of people ignore. Up until Bermane Stiverne, when Wilder had his opponents hurt, he went reckless trying to go in there and knock him out. But with Stiverne, and this is why this is his most complete performance, there was a moment in the fight where there was a couple moments, he had Stiverne hurt, and he took a step back to give himself space to throw his punches. That's what I like to see, all right? And I need that performance to translate over to fighting Luis Ortiz. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you guys think that Luis Ortiz, let me rephrase that. What do you think are the keys to Luis Ortiz beating Deontay Wilder? And what are the keys Deontay Wilder has to beat Luis Ortiz? It's your boy Quest X. I'm out. Peace.